Hello and welcome to my screencast for my chart of accounts worksheet. I'm going to start by just saying the two people that I had to vet this worksheet. One of them is my future business partner, if all goes well, and he kind of helped me do some fact checking on the cost of the materials and things like that. The second person that I had is a person who I interviewed before on one of my interviews, Philip Noble. He's actually a co-owner of a tax firm that does a lot of individual taxes and small business taxes throughout the year. So his accounting skills I use to go through this worksheet. So let's get started. So my first worksheet here, it shows all my revenue generating material that I'm going to make. I got a bookshelf, a cubby, a standard bookcase, a busy board, activity table, and then I also plan on having, hopefully in the future, maybe not right away, but the ability to do custom products based off of CNC machining and engraving using either CNC or lasers. And you can see on my design for product tab the actual products that I'm going to make. So there's my bookshelf, the kids tall cubby, kids bookcase, a busy board. I actually made several of these for my kids, and an activity table that I've actually made for my kids before. That's where I got the inspiration for most of these small products that I made. Each one of my bookshelf, the storage cubby, and all that stuff, here I have linked 3 comparisons per product that will show that what I'm pricing is about similar to other products that are around the same size or type of product. And I did this all the way down for all of the products. So there we go. That's a good kind of valuation on some of these products that I'm going to sell. They're not all the right size exactly as what I'm selling. They're not going to be the same quality as what you can get online. They'll be a more sturdy, more solid wooden product. So that's where I'm kind of getting some of this pricing from. They'll be priced right at competitively, but they'll be at the high end of a lot of these. And down here, I've broke down bill of materials, basically what it's going to take to put these products together. You can see, and I've done all of the cost out here. And I've actually linked all of these to my startup expenses tab, where everything's priced out, as you can see. That way, if pricing changes in the future, I can go up to my expenses tab and I can change it if I find better pricing for some of this wood. But these are pretty good prices for all the red oak type of wood. In this block over here, I've actually done a little sales scenario. I'm going to start small. So I'm doing this based off the assumption that I'm going to do 2 of each of these products per month. And over here, I've done a formula based off of literally every one of these cells over here. So you can see my formula up here in this tab. And then my second sales scenario is doing 2 of the products. If I was to buy the router table, I'd have more ability to do custom products. So I'm going to assume $1,000 worth of custom sizing and sales on top of the gross for each one of these products. And that's where I came up with these sales scenarios. Basically, if I did 2 of each without any custom work, I could make almost $1,000 a month, and then off of the custom work, almost $2,000 a month. On to the next tab, my ongoing expenses tab. This is based off of selling 2 products of each of my revenue generators, what it's going to cost each month to replace that material that I'm using each month. And as you can see in this tab, that's the amount. This is the unit. and then this is going to be the total cost each month for each one of those. My marketing and advertising that you can see down here, that's actually linked off of my marketing budget tab from this column right here. So if I decide that the next year I want to up my Facebook ads price to $200, for example, it automatically populates it and it goes to my ongoing expenses tab. This is based off of, it's going to be a home business. This is usually what my internet and my power bill are. I'm expecting I'll probably use a little bit more power than what my current bill is by using a lot of these power tools and things like that. And from what I can gather from reading about LLCs and things of that nature, that these can be written off as taxes. So those will get added from my home bill to my business bill. Startup expenses, I broke this down into what machines I need. These are the basic two. The CNC router, I put a note in here. That's a very expensive machine, but it will greatly enhance my capabilities. But if I want to go ahead and start on this business, I can afford cash right now to get these two basic machines, and then later on, after I get some profitability, I can buy the CNC routing machine, which is about $8,000. And then, of course, this is just a shelf stock of material that I want to have on hand so that I can get started. If I get any custom orders, I want to have plenty of material on hand to be able to start a custom order without having to wait for material to be shipped. And then I broke this out into the total startup cost. If I was to buy everything up front right now, about $12,000. And if I was to purchase everything without the router, it would be about $4,200. And that, in a nutshell, is my chart of accounts. So you have my revenue generators, ongoing expenses, startup expenses, my designs that I'll use, and my marketing budget, which is derived from a previous project in the marketing class from last semester.